Quick, if there was one thing that you could do for the rest of your life, what would that one thing be? Take a second to think, and while you do that, I'll share mine. For me, it's making comics, like this one page that you see here. And I sat for over 20 years of my life wanting to be an artist, wanting to draw, feeling inadequate, and quitting several times because I was never going to be good enough anyways, and no one would care. Then, one day I said, I'm going to do it regardless, and I had no idea what I was doing. I lacked some fundamentals, I didn't fully understand the structure of comics from a creator's view, and when I finally went to make it, well, it sucked. But I knew that it would suck, but I had no idea in what ways it would suck and what I didn't know. That comic taught me what I needed to practice and learn, and by making that comic in its complete yet ugly form, I learned what is required to make a good comic. I'll be the first to tell you that I've got a long road ahead of me to get to where I really want to be. But 2 years later, I made a little bit of money off of my comic. I couldn't believe it. It wasn't something that I thought was possible. And a few $100s isn't enough to justify 2 years of work, but if you look at it as an investment in yourself or as simply a hobby that created joy in your life, that is fucking awesome. If it was your best friend, a stranger, your family, your gamer friends, or even your favorite YouTuber, you would be happy for them. Hopefully you've had time to think about what you'd rather be doing for the rest of your life. Sure, it's just a dream. Sure, you can't just do that. But what if you can? What if you never watched another TikTok, Reel, YouTube short again in your life, and you did that instead? Would that be so bad? What if it taught you new skills, made a teensy bit of cash in a couple of years of practicing in your free time, and brought you genuinely some real joy to you? God, I know that feeling. That feeling that you really don't want to get up right now. You're tired, maybe a bit sore from work, need to rest a bit, and the thought of adding one more thing is mind-numbing at best. But you're already doom scrolling. What would a 15-minute break from that to give it a shot really do right now? If it sucks, you can always come back and tell me you hate me in the comments and get right back to your algorithmically generated feed meant to harness your data and track your eyes. But if I learned any one thing that is applicable to any and all types of work, hobbies, or practices, it's that momentum generates more momentum. Once you get started, it's easier to keep going. Imagine one last time doing that thing that you wish you could do forever. I think it might be time to get started.